Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about how to become a better sideman, as you saw in the title, and how to master. Really, I'm going to be dropping some texts and tips and tricks and really some other stuff. Anyway, before we start, I want you guys to make sure you go to menu, go to settings, and scroll down until you see camera aim controlling. Make sure that's green, and if it's not green, just click it, right? I'll be talking about how to set up shots against real goalkeepers, how to insta-goal with his ult, and how to use Nutmeg properly, and maybe some other stuff. I recommend you guys practice this in a private server, so then you can just learn the ropes and then hopefully recreate it in a public server. If you haven't used camera aim controlling before, try getting used to the curve shot, because it's going to be quite different. Once you're used to the curve shot, try adding a mix-up in there. What I mean by a mix-up is like a side dash and dribble back and then shoot immediately with the curve shot. I recommend you try and shoot low onto the net, and so it just because low shots are always faster than high shots in this, as Psy. Some mix-ups you can add are like, say for example, say you have the ball, you're running up, you can go like this, like that. So like slice and then click 3. You can also do a perfect touch into 3, or like immediately, or you could do side dash dribble back like I just said, or you could run 3 like that. And I recommend you don't stay on that side of it as much, well, especially like past this line, because that's what most side mains do. They just try and do like a curve shot from like a corner kick like here, and it works against AIs, but against a real goalkeeper it's really not gonna work. So I recommend you guys just try like just shooting, like try and make it as quick as possible, or you could add like even a flick. And what I mean by that is flicks are different for Psy compared to the other characters, because he has a curve shot, and if a goalkeeper knows that you're playing Psy, they're gonna be watching your line and they'll see you aiming to the left side, and so they're gonna angle themselves. Maybe say I'm aiming here, they're gonna see my lines over there, so they're gonna know that I'm gonna shoot for the top left corner like that, see? So then they're gonna stay on that side. But what you can do is you can flick last second, go back down here, so then the ball will go that way instead of up there. But you want to make sure you're doing this last second in the middle of the shot, so then the goalkeeper has no time to react. Or what you can do is you do a double flick. So if the goalkeeper is able to save your flicks, you can flick down, flick back up, like that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, so like that. Okay, next thing I'm going to be talking about is Nutmeg. Most people really overlook Nutmeg because it's seen as useless in most situations, because people just use it once and like a couple times, and then they realize, oh, nobody's dashing for my Nutmeg, and they just wait it out. But that's because you're using it wrong. It's because they think you still have dribbles. Like, you still, say you do still have dribbles, why would someone tackle you? Or you still have your perfect touch and stuff, like you still have everything. Why would someone tackle you? You want to make sure they know that you have nothing. Like, you have EF, you did a perfect touch, and then put the ball out of your possession and then Nutmeg, or you could just Nutmeg right after that, and then they might tackle you, right? And the second use for Nutmeg is, say it's a 50-50. If you don't know what a 50-50 is, it's when you and another player from the enemy team are trying to get to the ball at the same time, and you're trying to, so you know how when you tackle it sometimes, like, and someone else tackles you right after, they just take the ball and you can't even really do anything about it because you can't even dribble or anything. What you can do, instead of just like getting tackled, so you and the guy are side by side, you tackle first, you spam 2, and what will happen is they'll tackle, and then you'll Nutmeg them, and you'll be able to get far away, and it's just really helpful. And even if you do get the ball and Nutmeg, and then they end up avoiding your Nutmeg, they still have no tackle, so you can just run away. And if they get the ball, you never use your Nutmeg in the first place. Okay, now I'll be talking about his perfect touch. So his perfect touch is probably one of his most useful things in his kit, next to his curve shot. but there is a danger to using it. That danger is Don Lorenzo, Shido, and IQ players, because they can, and actually Nagi players, because they can like control it out the air. So on the second part of it, you see that part? If they see where you're headed, they will just take it from you, right? But what you can do is you can either flick to a random direction, or like somewhere where you wanna, like you can pretend you're gonna go this way and then you can flick that way. But sometimes they'll just stand on you and then they'll just use it right as you're about to do it. So what you can do is just don't use the second part of it and instead just continue on. You can also use Nutmeg if so, like this, and you have nothing else, use Nutmeg. Okay, the last thing I'll be talking about is his ult, which is basically an instant goal if you use it properly. What I mean by this is his cross elastico. If you're being chased because you have the ball and you have your ult, don't just use your ult immediately. Wait until you're within like the range of the goalkeeper and then aim at an open spot on the net. It doesn't matter even if the goalkeeper can get there like pretty quickly, but try and aim as far away as possible from the goalkeeper, which is like right to the left. By the way, it aims to like the right of the left of your shift lock. You see that little spike part? Yeah, that's like where it aims basically. And then make sure someone's near you on the enemy team and just pop ult and then spam 5. And what happens is the goalkeeper can't dive within this shot sequence and until after it's done, and then the ball just goes instantly in, and it's basically just an instant goal. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope this really just helped you get better at 𝘼, or you learned something new. If you enjoyed, I hope you can leave a like or subscribe. It really helps out. I'm a pretty new YouTuber. I don't really do this kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm also kind of sick, so I'm sorry I sound like this. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
I am on a whole nother level. Girl, he only fought you over cause you let him. Girl, I guess he didn't know any better. Girl, that man didn't show any ever. Do all I can just to show you you're special. Certain it's your love that holds me together.